There's Sally B in the very competent hands of Peter Kuipers. A KLM captain when he's not flying the B-17. I think Phil Collett's in there with him as well.
It's like where you twist it out. So you sit in like a pod?
B-17, a fascinating aeroplane. It started life as a maritime patrol bomber. The early ones were, the Americans didn't really think there was a threat to them that would involve the use of a strategic bomber. So it was designed as a maritime patrol bomber to protect their coasts against any seaborne attack. The B-17 was designed as a maritime patrol bomber. It was not designed as a long-range bomber for use over Germany, whereas the Lancaster was. The Lancaster was also half a generation on, so it was designed using the lessons that have been learnt from earlier aircraft such as this. It's designed to have a massive bomb bay. The downside of that, of course, was the main spar went through the fuselage, making it very difficult to get out of. Exactly. I remember stepping over it, believe me. So the B-17, as I told you, it was designed to fly in a straight line in big formations, and when they were flying... Oh, it's a tail low, yeah, but here he is. And pushing, yeah, keep pushing the tail down, forward to level. Yeah, here he is, pushing, keep the tail up. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful piece of living history. And for long as it's there, we shall remember. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just as interesting, having had the B-17 flying. Wonderful. Flight of wine, you can imagine that coming in at the side door of the B-17 and opening up with 50 cows. Cartridges flying around in front of your face. Fascinating. Again, with that raspier sound from the Berlin. Not, of course, that it would have had a Merlin originally. So in 1942, to Dunsfold, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, a unique departure, B-25 Mitchell, B-17. Especially for you, for all the veterans as well, at Wings and Wheels. 2016. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. You can imagine a unique sight there. Could this be back in the 1940s? Well, no, it's not the 1940s. It's the 2000s and plus at Dunsfold Wheels and Wheels. The very best of the best we always bring you. Melvin, what's up next? Get a better look at that undercarriage there. That's what I thought. It looks pretty decent. Here we go, as I said, from the ground up.
He says, if I can do it the right way up, I can do it upside down. Why not? And a 4-point hesitation roll in it as well, just to see, you know, well, I can do it. The best of the rest at Dunsfold Wheels 2016. One Griffin engine. We'll just let them talk for themselves, I think, Melvin.
So these are at either end of the development spectrum of the Spitfire. The Spitfire entered service in 1936, 1938, having enabled later war Spitfires to have over 2,000, almost 2,500 horsepower against the 1,000 horsepower in the Spitfires in the Battle of Britain. Other changes are necessary. The longer nose meant that the directional stability was affected, and the greater power meant that a larger fin and rudder were needed. And some later marks of Spitfire were also built with a cut-down rear fuselage, as we saw on the Mustang. Geoffrey Quill, the test pilot of the Spitfire, who'd started test flying the Spitfire when he was just 26 years old, went back into the RAF during the Battle of Britain and flew from Manston in the battle itself. He realised that the high rear fuselage meant it was quite difficult to see out behind you, and so the decision was made to develop a bubble canopy Spitfire. This eventually emerged on some Mark 19s and the Mark 16s. As we said earlier on, early designed to be long range, but when the need came for a fast aircraft to do photo reconnaissance, they had to fit Spitfire into fuel into pretty well any space in the Spitfire. So the Mark 19 that you're flying has what's known as a wet wing. The leading edge and various other places in the wing are full up with fuel tanks. There is also one behind the pilot. It meant that these aircraft would fly all the way into Germany at high altitude and have the speed to evade other fighters because they were unarmed. These aircraft are both operated by the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight up at Coningsby. And if you're up that way at all, go and visit them. They have the Lancaster, they have the Dakota, they have 6 Spitfires and 2 Hurricanes. And it's a fascinating place to visit.